Welcome, welcome to ShadowMeTarot. I have a very special gift bag here. I found this artist on Etsy, but she has her own website, and I recommend, if you can, going there to purchase her stuff. Just because Etsy, Amazon, all those companies, the artists do end up having to pay a lot. Ooh, she gave me all this stuff. I went in there to order Journey of the Sacred Bee, because I saw this online and I was like, oh wow, my daughter really loves bees. And then I see the flower here with the sacred geometry, and so I was like, oh, I have to see this. And then she told me, well, I have a new one coming out, and she's got a new Keeper of the Sacred Bee Tarot, and her name is Kelly Burton, and I met her today, and she's incredibly delightful and wonderful. She's been reading cards for like I want to say, she said 28 years, but I want to say like close to 30 years, like something like that. Anyways. And then this one is Wisdom of the Sacred Bee Oracle. And one of the ways she said she created the images was by layering them. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the Journey of the Sacred Bee, and then we're going to do each of these in different videos. But I'm very excited to do this one. I want to see all the goodies that she gave me in here. So we've got all these, like, these are wonderful. These are all the things that she has in her store. And I'm looking for the card that has her website. Oh, look at all these. Look at these. These are beautiful. And I love these. I use these like all the time everywhere. There's cards like this kind of sitting around my house or at my desk or in my office. Just to kind of give me that, I don't know. Oh my gosh, look at this. My daughter's going to love that. That's gorgeous. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. The bag is empty. So let's see. Well, maybe I shouldn't have taken everything out so fast. All right. I'm like, what do I want to open? What do I want to open? All right. So the Keeper of the Sacred Bee Tarot. So that's for this one. That's for that one. And the Journey of the Sacred Bee, that's for this one. Very cool. And then she's got the cool two card holders here. So this is very pretty mandala card holder. And then she's got the Sacred Bee card holder. Aren't those bees just so cool? Oh, those are so cool. I like how she used the fire sign for the A in sacred. What do we have here? I'm definitely going to put her website up. I'm looking for it so I can show it on screen. But, oh, wow. Got a little bee pin here. Oh, this is fantastic. This was really nice of her to do. Get that up close to the camera. There we go. Isn't that cute? She's got the other one here too. I like this one a lot. These are very cute. So cute. I love the theme. Bees kind of represent community for me. Like the whole hive thing. And we've got bookmarks. Sacred, or Keeper of the Sacred Bee Tarot. I'll pull these up to the camera. Aren't those gorgeous pictures? And layered. Just all the images are just layered. Layered images on top of layered images. This must be the Hermit. This looks like the Hermit card. Oh. Keeper of the Sacred Bee. Oh, we got some tattoos. Oh, that's gorgeous. Ooh, that's beautiful. What do you guys think? Isn't that adorable? Oh, that'll be so fun for the summer. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Kelly. All right. This is just sweet the way it's all packaged and everything. We've got a Hanged Man card here. It's about the size of a postcard. And the Knight of Wands. And the Six of Swords. And then we have the Princess of Cups. light is kind of weird. All right, let's try and fix that. Well, hopefully that's a little bit better. We've got Princess of Cups here. Six of Swords. Okay, so we went through the postcards. Now we have, oh my goodness, more. An even bigger card, the Hermit card, the Star card, the Strength card. These are gorgeous. And look at the bees. She's taming the bees like a bee charmer for the Strength card. That is so cool. That is so cool. And you can see, like, she said she layers all the images, right? And like that looks like trees and sky, and then there's like almost like a drawing or something over that, and then she's got the sunflower on top of that, and like the building that's like the tower almost kind of behind her. So cool. I love it. The star, all the bees. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I really, when I was talking to her, had the impression that the journey of the sacred bees was like her heart and soul and her baby, and her breakthrough in this industry. Really, I think in terms of like selling the cards and stuff like that, like there was enough of a demand to like make another one even. This is a real, they're already very beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. That's incredible. That is so cool. Thank you so much. All right, what else do we have in here? We've got, oh, look at that. She's got a little bee seal here. I wonder if she sells the seal, because that's pretty cool. Come on, there we go. Isn't that cute? All right, let's see. What's in this one? I can't get it out. Oh, there we go. Ooh, oh, this is going on my shelf, like right away. Oh my gosh. Abundance. This is a big word for me right now. I am definitely living in abundance. It's a very grounded feeling. Everything that you need is always all around you. Abundance. And the cardstock on this is actually very good. Like, I almost feel like if I got it wet, it would be okay still. I don't want to get it wet, but this is going to stay out for me. This will stay right here on my card. I know you guys can't see it, but I have like a whole row of cards right here that I keep up and I just look at every day of the week. And this one's gorgeous too. Look at that. It says Evolve. These, I hope these are in the Sacred Bee Oracle that are in this deck. That's what I'm going to guess. And there's nothing on the backs, but these are gorgeous and the cardstock is incredible. It's like almost textured. It's not even like, I mean, it's paper, but it's like a really good, strong, thick, maybe waterproof paper. All right, this one says Evolve, and we've got the Flower of Life there, and Tranquility. And I just really feel the colors in that, like the third eye and the kind of crown pulling through there. Even your soul, like soul colors. Manifestation. She's got more sacred geometry. I am all about sacred geometry right now. I'm learning all about the Merkaba, which is pretty much my vehicle outside of my body. And then, ooh, Breakthrough. Isn't that an incredible image? I just want to make sure you guys can. Isn't that incredible? And I'm looking at it on camera and I'm like, the camera does not do this justice. It just does it. It's just so cool. Breakthrough. Oh, these are amazing, amazing, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful cards. I love it. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, we got another one. We have another one, and this is also hard to get out. Oh, here we go. Oh, the Fool card. This must be, and it says the Journey, and that must, I wonder which deck it's for. I'll bet it's for the Journey of the Sacred Bee, right? But this one says Journey. You know what? Let me just adjust this. It's making, why am I making it so hard on myself? Because there's not enough room on my table for these big cards. I'm not moving the camera. That's just too hard. All right, we'll do that. And we'll have to zoom out just a little bit. There we go. The Journey. Judgment. Alchemy. The Hierophant. Alchemy for 14. This is Temperance, the Temperance card. 5, the Hierophant. 7, the Chariot. I love it. She said when she created this one, it was based on her knowledge of, oh no, I know it's Thoth Tarot and Rider-Smith Waite and, oh, what was the other one? There was another one. Golden Dawn. I think that was the one. I think it was Golden Dawn. I could have talked to her all day long about tarot cards, and yeah, I could have talked to you all day long, Kelly. One day we'll have to do an interview. Oh my gosh, look at these bookmarks. There is a front and a reverse. So in here we've got an actual beekeeper. And then in this one, it's almost like it looks kind of like the 8 of Swords or the 9 of Swords. And then this one, and then the Hermit. Gorgeous images. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous cards. Let's clean up this a little bit and give us some more room to see the Journey of the Sacred Bee. In fact, I'm going to pause it here. Oops. There we go. Wow, way too much. Now you can see way too much. Let's fix this. But this is going to be what we're going to open up. And there'll be 3 videos. So thank you so much, Kelly Burton. I'm going to swipe those away. Alrighty. Good sturdy box, magnetic clothes. Ooh, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu. Oh, already I'm in love. Oh, and Gilded Edges. Oh, I love them. Some people don't. I love them. I think they're just like classy. I don't know. They're beautiful. I love them. Let's see what it says here. Nope. There's not much else. There's not really much else to tell. Lots of sacred geometry all over it, though. Love that. Love that. Now, I'm excited to kind of see this book. It's small, which is always a good thing. Welcome to the Journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot. The Journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot is a 78 card deck created using traditional components of the 22 major arcana cards and 56 minor arcana cards broken into the 4 suits of wands, cups, swords, and discs. Each suit has 10 uniquely illustrated and numbered cards and 4 court cards: the Princess, Knight, Queen, and King. The booklet contains brief meanings for each card, but the hope is that you become immersed in a journey of your own and include your own intuitive interpretations into your reading. And when I was talking to her, she said, I hope that everyone makes the cards their own, that they have personal meaning to her, but we get to extrapolate beyond that meaning. I feel like tarot in some ways is like music, because we all hear the same song a different way and all resonates a little bit differently. And tarot does that with the, our pictorial history, essentially, is what the tarot is for me. So this is this artist's pictorial history. And it's already a pretty thick deck in comparison to my traditional Rider-Waite deck. It's definitely larger, both this way. So it's definitely a little larger than a regular Rider-Waite deck. And it's, so it's wider and taller and thicker. All those wonderful things. So we've got a good, sturdy cardstock. And look at that. Begins with the journey of the first bee. And she said it follows pretty much closely to like the Rider-Waite. Ooh, let's look at her spreads. That's always my big thing. I always love spreads. How to use the journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot. Phases of the journey. This is kind of cool. Phases of the journey. The journey of the Sacred Bee is divided into 4 phases: consciousness, society, individuality, and spirituality. This journey mimics the archetypal encounters that we have as humans. First, we come into being or consciousness. Then we must learn how to be social creatures. And this is the spread. Now I've got like too much light. That's a little better. So here's that spread. And then you've got 3 card spreads. Sacred Bee Adventure spread. The New Moon Tarot spread. And I feel like, it's not such a thick book. I would almost, this might be a good one for me to kind of read at some point. The reading of these decks takes like hours and hours and hours, but I love doing it too. So it's just finding the hours, the consecutive hours to do it. All right, so we've got the journey, which is our Fool card. I'm just mesmerized by the image already. Oh, but you guys can't see them. That won't work. We can even zoom in a little bit, no? Yeah. There we go. And there's my Merkaba. Look at that. See, this deck was calling to me. This is my Merkaba. I meditate on that all the time. Like, to me, that's like, if I was an alien, that's my spaceship. I'm only visiting Earth right now. At least that's how I kind of understand it. That's where I'm at in my learning. Here we are as the Magician. And using the lines of the universe and the laws of the universe like attraction. I love it. She's got, these are probably Hebrew letters, and I don't know enough Hebrew. But she did mention the Tree of Life, but we didn't get that far into that conversation because my car was running. So, I wish I had more time. I wish I had had more time to spend with her. And I wonder what it says in the book. Let's go ahead and see what it says. See, they've got a 4-card elemental enlightenment reading. Using the journey of the Sacred Bee for journaling. I may read this book, you guys, because that's the main reason why I'm doing a lot of this anyway, is really for journaling. Kind of that journey into self. And yeah, our little buzz. What's going on with our little buzz? I like this. Like, I think this is cool. Okay, guys. It is the Hebrew letter Beth. So she actually put it in the book. And sometimes I find that, like, even in the mass market decks, they'll have all kinds of symbolism in there. And it's like, is that for show? Because only a certain few people know what that means because it's not in their book. Or it's just for show. They don't know what it means and they just put it on the card because they like the way it looked. But from what I gathered, this is a compilation of all she's studied and that I think is true for a lot of artists. That's not all cards, though. That is the truth. That is not all cards. But I do think that's true. I think we're very much seeing that in these cards. The incorporation of, she's got astrology symbols here. She's kept the infinity sign. I love that the magician is female. Ooh, the priestess. The priestess. Oh, I was going to read one of these, huh? All right, and she also has a Hebrew letter, which is Gimel. The planet is the moon. The journey. Oh, wait, let's see what it says. The practice for the priestess. Listen to intuition, learn about mystery, believe that answers and solutions that were once elusive will become evident, increase your esoteric knowledge. The journey. A sparkle of light in the sky catches the bee's eyes near a cluster of flowers. Upon closer look, it is a double crested crown that creates a gateway to an untapped consciousness. While trying for a closer look, a priestess appears wearing sacred beads of knowledge. The secrets must be learned before the veil of understanding light and dark can be opened, whereas the magician manipulates external forces. The priestess teaches us the use of internal, intuitive, and more psychic forces. The divinatory meaning. That is beautiful and amazing, because if you can kind of like tap into your own secrets, right? I just really like this. Like, this is an amazing journaling prompt. Is just what part of the veil are you trying to break through? What part of the veil are you trying to see through? What part of yourself can you listen to more? I don't know. I don't know. I really like this. Anyways, divinatory meanings. Although it seems as if the physical properties that we experience are the truth, a hidden reality must be acknowledged before the veil of secrecy is lifted. Use intuition and trust your inner wisdom to guide you. The knowledge will be revealed in time. Give reverence to the priestess and her covert process for teaching. Emerge with the understanding that things may not be as they seem, and strive for wisdom and knowledge. Beautiful. So it talks very much about the light and the dark. It has, I don't know. I can just envision like a little bee trying to get to another world, like when you see in like Pirates of the Caribbean, one of them where they have to get to the end of the world or the edge of the world, and then flip over, and I don't know, dusk becomes dawn. It just kind of feels like the same thing, that keyhole between dusk and dawn, where magic and mystery, and the bee wants to get home or fly through and to the place of, I guess, enlightenment, right? All right, moving on. I'm getting all chatty Cathy about these. Oh, look at that. That is cool. All right, we got more Hebrew. I'm going to go with, this is our sexy empress instead of, it's definitely our mothering empress too. She's got ants all over her, her dress. Her dress is made from a leaf. So I'm going to go with some Mother Earth stuff happening there. Nurturing her family, Let's see what she says. I am not going to read every card. I need to not do this. Nurture creativity and allow the process to gestate. Mother Earth provides and cares for us, and in turn, we should care deeply for her. Nice. So it's more of Mother Earth, I think, in this one. More Mother Earth. Oh. I moved to the next page and I saw the emperor, and I was like, wait, what? I thought it was two empresses there for a second. Oh, wow. What a difference. Look at all the red. And that looks like planets to me, and space. We've got planets and space, and this is flowers in here of some sort, or a plant of some sort. I feel fall kind of plant. I can't tell if this is like clay. I like the fuzziness of this. Like, I want to scratch that little bee's head. I always think of the emperor as, you know, like the foundation, the king of kings, stability. The Hierophant. We've got a dragonfly on her forehead, on the Buddha's forehead. So very much religion, you know. It's acknowledging or giving a heads up to that religion. To me, it also means kind of higher learning. We've got some more of the Merkaba back here. Some more. I'm like, oh my goodness. And that's like, religion is the Merkaba. I should really kind of, like, this is really resonating for me, for that part of it. We've got a Taurus symbol on there. We have the keys here over the heart. And I know that I've been told, and I'm pretty sure I've read about these keys, but there's 78 cards here, man. And I've only been doing this a couple years. So I'm like, I need to go back and look at the symbolism of the keys. But to me, keys open things, right? So new opportunities. Keys are important. Important information. They hold important. They contain access to important information. So the Hierophant for this, just kind of like with the emphasis on the key, it's almost like reaching or connecting with the Akashic record, because you've already gone through, you know, connecting with your intuition, right? Nurturing that connection with spirit, creating the foundation of that relationship, and you can request now the information that you need downloaded. I love it. Oh my goodness. The Lovers card. We've got Cupid at the top here, a little bee Cupid, and we've got our flower here. I should know what kind. I think that's a peony or something like that. Flower is what that kind of looks like to me. Is there something inside of that? What is in there? Yeah, it has like ants in there. Oh, it must be just the pollen inside. But it looks like a peony, I think. When it's the Gemini card for the Lovers. Oops, let me move. Let's look at them both. What are some... When we have two people in it, we have the angel, I guess, still. This background looks less like the sun and more like a tree root, or not a tree root, like when you find like an old tree stump and the lines of it start to kind of, you know, they're not getting moisture anymore, so the lines start to separate sometimes and crack, and that's what I kind of feel kind of all behind this. And it's very aged, right? So I feel like this feels like corded connections over time is kind of what I feel. The Chariot. I like a Chariot card with the horses. I like the idea of moving forward. And I quickly, at a fast pace, with determination, right? The Chariot and movement, like, in, you know, the cards all mean something different to each of us. Subtle, sometimes extreme. So I always like to see the different artists' takes on, you know, sometimes it's not just, you know, the image itself, it's the motion, the momentum of the card. And bees have a lot of momentum. They're constantly in motion. Like, I almost feel like this bee is cracking through the matrix. It's ready to hack. It's about to hack the world, you know? I mean, it's a workhorse bee. That's funny with those wings. It does, and I do feel like it is working the matrix right here. It's ready to hack the matrix. It's building and creating its own world. All right, we have our Strength card. Why? I wonder if that other Strength card is in the other deck. Okay, so now we know. Now we know. I'm pulling it out. I wonder. Where is it? I like that one so much. There it is. So this is probably going to be in the other one. Oh, but look, the lion is in the flower. See that? And the flower is actually the lion's mane. That's cool. And the bee is nurturing and pollinating the lion. And you know what? Like, that just reminds me of like how we have that whole like cycle of life, right? Like how important bees are. Bees are so important to our environment. You know, and for the plants that we eat, for the animals that eat those plants, for the animals that eat those animals that eat those plants. Bees are enormously important. Like, the planet couldn't survive without them. So I don't know why I went off on that tangent, but here we've got this change, this snake. To me represents change and shedding of a skin. I feel like thoughts of home are kind of in the foreground here. There's more sacred geometry, but with this flower up here, it almost feels, and the sacred geometry, it feels like sunlight kind of coming down. So I get the yellow vibe of the Rider Waite Smith. I am really loving these cards. I really, really do love these cards. Well done. Definitely well done. Okay. The Hermit. So this is a different Hermit card that we saw in the postcards too. He's cool. He's got like makeup on. He's got like so I feel like he's ritualizing his inner spiritual journey, and I do that as well. I ritualize my own inner spiritual journey by having crystals you know, around to kind of cleanse my cards. And that's the intention. Cleanse my cards, right? It's like, okay, this is the root chakra, and it, you know, like that's what it means. So now this doesn't just represent, you know, cleansing my cards. It represents infusing foundational energy, root chakra energy into these cards now as well, or for myself, the reader, to help me stay kind of grounded. And just kind of that intention changes, I don't know, the intentions of going inwards. You know what I'm saying? It's a ritualistic practice. It's a way of telling yourself, I don't know, I'm just feeling a very ritualized internal soul searching here. And for me, I do that through the chimes. I like doing singing bowls a lot. And then I use the crystals to kind of channel certain energies for different reasons. So I really like the idea of that, of having these different ritualizations kind of represented, because we all ritualize our praise of God, whether it's going to church or taking communion or doing sun salutations, or there's a gazillion different ways that people honor and find ways through ritual to connect to their inner self and their higher self and their higher power. All right. The Wheel. That's interesting. That is sacred geometry. That one I do know is sacred geometry, and I'm going to tell you which one. All right, so I had to look it up. This is a gnomic expression. And I don't know a lot about sacred geometry. I'm learning little by little, and most of what I'm getting is from my spirit guides, and just kind of asking them to teach me. And the first thing that they've really taught me is the Merkaba, and I'm just nailing that right now. So in any case, we have this gnomic expansion, which is this is a derivative of that, with this circle kind of within a circle. And then there are these kind of like lines, like these angles, like you see these angles here. There are some of these kind of like angles in there, but it also kind of looks like this one, which is the unity of primary roots. But the circles are a little bit different. It could also be similar to the spiral, because we do have the spiral kind of in here. So there's like an unfolding, an expansion, of kind of what I kind of see from that. And it almost looks like a wheel in the sense that I am looking through that one side, like it's like this is like a center, like a wheel, or kind of looks like a plate even. And on the other side, it's the other side of the wheel that you're seeing kind of going through. It feels very mechanical in some ways, but well, it is a wheel. So I am just enthralled by the sacred geometry, and I like the interpretation of this wheel as well. So, and beautiful colors, of course. She maintained the signs and their animals over here. And instead of the Sphinx, we have the bee. I like this wheel better, I'm going to have to say. Ooh. Oh, heart and mind. Okay, I get it. Weighing between heart and mind. Like that, that has never felt more clear in an image than that. I think that's one of the better justice cards I have. I always struggle with justice for some reason because I always think of fair or not fair. And it's not that. It really isn't. It is the sword. It is, or, you know, a balancing act between what your head is thinking, your logic, and then also your emotions and what your heart feels. So I like that. I really like that, actually. You know, sometimes the simplest things have the most meaning. We have the Hanged Man. Now, it looks like the blue, I'm feeling throat chakra. Changing what you say would be the first thing that I would pull from this. But I also recognize this as having pulling the color blue from his tunic here. There's a number of different things. This is more sacred geometry. This is kind of another layer to the Merkaba behind it. It's got like a cubey thing. I need to just read the Sacred Geometry Oracle. I just need to read the books that I actually have and learn more about it. I'm feeling called to it at the moment. But the shift in perspective, maybe a change in the way what you say, because I feel like this would be where his mouth is if this is his head. So I want to feel like change in what you say, shift in what you say, how you speak. He almost looks like he's standing on one foot, right? Instead of hanging by a foot. So we've kind of lost this like Freemason kind of like angle that they have here. But she's replaced it with this geometric shape. All right, I've got to speed up here. We're at 37 minutes and we're only like 13 cards in. And there's 78 to go, guys. I really love this deck, though. I might actually do a book reading for this because the book is not very large. It's not very thick, so I could probably go through it in at least as much time as doing this video. All right. Oh, we've got the Death card here. I see this bee here. I feel like destruction. I almost feel like mud filled up this hive somehow. It fell to the ground. It fell into mud. There's nothing left to be salvaged or saved. But we've got roots, roots, kind of like, or trees, kind of like plants popping up, sprouts popping up over here. And then also is like this protective egg around it. It looks like there's egg. She did say she used lots of layers. So I'm seeing like flowers back in here. I almost feel like there's sky here and maybe some water here. Very interesting. Very interesting. And we have some sacred geometry. This is alchemy. Finding that balance. I'm going to have to just do some work on the sacred geometry for sure. The Devil. Ooh, that is a killer hornet right there. That's mean looking. Isn't it? Let's see. That is kind of like a mean looking hornet. On the back of a fly. And the Tower. I feel very health related on this one. With the way that honeycomb is, I think of many different organs that kind of feel like that or can turn into that. I also feel like a neural net. This feels very body, internal body, the tower. The foundation of your body is shook. Is really kind of, because I mean, the reds, I think, even this and this, I'm like, this is like how your brain works, and you've got firing between cells. Like, all I'm seeing is like body. I know that's a honeycomb, but it looks like a planet, right? It looks like something you'd see under a microscope or on another planet. And then we've got bee shadows kind of going into the background here. So I guess these bees, this is the lightning tower moment. It hits the hive and the bees are falling out. Okay, got it. But still, the colors, I feel like this feels like a health card. I'm like, I gotta look up what the tower is in a health deck. The tower is the kidneys. Doesn't that look like kidneys? Like what you would think like that kidneys would look like? At least it is for this book, but I'll put it up here. But see? Right? So kidneys has been kind of intonated as the tower in terms of the body part. So I'm like, and I was like, this does feel like something in the body, but kidneys. Kidneys is the tower. Now we all know it forever. The star. That is a fuzzy bee just sprinkling. He's just sprinkling heaven. He's on purpose. I just feel like bees just like this right here. The star is just completely channeling his purpose and on purpose and in his element and peaking. Like, you know, like when they say kids like peak or adults peak, you hit the peak where you're at your best. I really feel like this is this star here. He's just in flow. That's what it is. This is a state of flow. And I think of the star in a lot of different things. You're going to get recognition, you're getting fame, but to be in a place of flow is what makes you a star, right? Because nobody can do it like that. When you're in flow, you are the vessel of which spirit is speaking. Anyways, that's my opinion. But I think this is pretty, that's a really cool picture. Because I'm like in the intuition of the bee, and here he is just spreading pollen, and that's his purpose, and such an important purpose, right? I feel like I'm getting a sense of how important, no matter how big or small, how important each and every energy is to our planet, to each other. The moon. I feel this as more of I do feel more mystery in this one. I feel like there's a sense of pride in this card, because this bee is showing herself in the full light of the moon, just as the dog and the wolf and this lobster are showing themselves, their whole selves, in the full light of the moon. And sometimes discovering our shadow self and discovering our own inner mysteries is challenging, because we have insecurities behind them, that we're uncomfortable with them. And here I just feel like this bee is truly embracing all of its bee-ness. The good, the bad, the indifferent. Like, yeah, I have a stinger. That's how I feel about that bee. Yeah, I have a stinger. Okay. The sun. Aw, that's pretty. That's pretty. Judgment. The awakening. The blossoming. The world. All right, there's some sacred geometry in there for sure. A lot of it. A lot of it. And what else we have in there? We've got all kinds of stuff happening in there. What's in there? Whoops, too much. I need a magnifying glass to identify that stuff. I'm going to pull it away from the camera and look at it so I can tell you what it is. But I've got it all the way up as close as I can, and I'm like, I can't make it out. So let's see. Oh no, it's way easier to see on camera than it is up close. Let's see. Come on. Excuse my unpolished or my poorly polished nails. I can't read those words. I think they're in a different language too. I need a magnifying glass. But in any case, it feels mathy. It feels, I feel like definitely the, it is like the earth as it sits in space, in the universe. And bees are everywhere. That's what I get from that. Bees are in every planet, everywhere. Maybe. Ooh. Root of the powers of fire. We've got the Ace of Wands there. 2, Dominion. And she's got, oh, it says 2W here for the wands. So she's identifying the cards that way. Dominion, she's got a keyword on here. Then she's got Aries and this planet here. My first thinking is, I think it's like, wait, Mercury, Venus, Mars. It might be Mars. It could be Mercury. I don't know the planets that well. But that's cool that she's done that. Did she put that on the... Oh, the root of the powers of fire. So instead of the Ace of Wands, the root of the powers of fire. So, all right. So this is kind of a very passionate, with the root of passion, right? Well, for me, when I say fire, I think of passion. Anyways, 3, the 3 of Wands, virtue. This has got keywords on it too. What? That's fabulous. This is great. I mean, this is a card that, I mean, that's the whole purpose of the journey of the sacred bee and those values. It is really just kind of determining in your own journey. The journey into self is determining what your values are. So I like this. I like how the wands are kind of guarding around this hive, how it's in the light of the moon, how it, the Aries symbols here, the horns it has kind of coming out of the hive as well. Like, I am hive, I am here, and I am protected is kind of how I feel about that. And that's, I think that's interesting because you do kind of protect. We do hold on to our virtues. We do hold on to our values. Perfected work. More sacred geometry. Strife. Victory. This is interesting. This feels like a Golden Dawn card because it looks like a pip card to me. I want to say this kind of looks like a pip card also, but not, there's more to this one, but this one, I don't know. I need to read the book in order to break down that more. There's something with the shape of these as well that I'm like, what is this big old N? But anyways, this looks like looks like a pip card. And that feels like what I know of Golden Dawn, to be. But I do feel like this hive is very well protected by these wands. And they have the world around them, which is like represented by his crown or this wreath here. Very cool. Then we have valor. Bravery. When you rise to the occasion to be brave because you have to be, right? I always kind of thought of that as like a leadership. You've got Griffin here kind of walking across the wands. There's something very regal about a griffin. It's almost like, I always feel like the griffin fights for the right side. Ooh, Eight of Wands, swiftness. We've got some more sacred geometry in there. I feel very law of attraction kind of stuff happening. Let's see. We've got honey dripping from wand to wand. The honey dripping from wand to wand. Does that slow movement, is that something that you're catching as you're moving along? Is that friction? How do I interpret that honey? I do feel like it's almost like collecting the nectar of the universe, and how the nectar of the universe can nourish us on our journey, on our way, with swiftness. I don't know. Those are kind of all the messages that I'm pulling from the Eight of Wands there. Persistence from the Nine of Wands. Oppression, the Ten of Wands. I like that as a definition. Way better than burden. Burden is what they normally give you for this, but oppression is really what the root feeling, I feel like, of that Ten of Wands is. Sometimes, depending on the card you choose, you know, and depending on the artist that depicts it, and depending on who's reading it. But I do feel like oppression, like when I'm just like up a hill, all those rods, well, there's another tarot deck, the After Tarot, where all those wands are on the ground. So yeah, I like oppression for that as a definition. Princess of Wands. Oh, wow, this is a person's face with the bee on it and then a jewel in her crown. The Knight of Wands. He's riding on a steed made of ether, and he has wings. The Queen of Wands. The King of Wands. Very Leo lion kind of stuff happening in that image. The root of the powers of water for the Ace of Cups. Love. Three of Cups, abundance. Four of Cups, apathy. Five of Cups, disappointment. Six of Cups, pleasure. All right, I'm going to speed through these a little bit faster because it's getting super late. I'm getting tired, guys. All right. So I love that she's doing, she's naming the card, Six of Cups, so anybody can read this. It's, and know what they're kind of getting into. I love that there's a keyword on here for each of the cards. She's also recognizing the signs. So this one has Scorpio and then also the Sun. Seduction for the Seven of Cups. I love that. I've always looked at that as like wishes fulfilled, but being seduced by all the things that you can have. Reminds me of the story of Jesus at the mountaintop, and devil says to him, you can have all of this. And I don't remember the rest of the story, so there you go. I like the Venus flytrap here. Is interesting. How easy we can be drawn in. It's interesting how we all discover, as I think the artists too, as you kind of go on this tarot journey, I think you really kind of find where your attributes land on either the upright of the card or the reversal of the card. And for me, the upright of this card is wishes. These are all of your wishes and your dreams. And the reversal feels like seduction. That's it. So I feel like I think it's interesting how every artist interprets kind of the same card, both in the upright and in the reverse, and then how the art just, I don't know, magnifies that interpretation. I love this. I just love looking at these cards, and I love what artists come up with. I love reading cards. All right. 8 of Cups, renounce. 9 of Cups, happiness. 10 of Cups. I can't say this. It says satiate. It's satiate, right? It's satiate. But it's, I can't say it with a Y. It's satiate with a Y. So S-A-T-I-E-T-Y. Satiety. That's it. That's the best you're going to get from me. That's 10 of Cups. Happiness. All your cups are filled. So everything is working out for you. That's the 10 of Cups for me. Princess of Cups. Even satisfaction. That's fine too. Satisfaction. But satiety. I don't know. I can't say it. I would never use the word because I can't say it. Princess of Cups. Isn't she gorgeous? She's beautiful. And I'm like, these looks like little chips that are just kind of like lined up. That is so interesting. Then we have the Knight of Cups. The Queen of Cups. The King of Cups. Root of the Powers of Air. There's so much in this deck, like really, truly. For such, this is a very thin deck, and it actually it's pretty comprehensive. There's so much sacred geometry in here. I want to see the sacred geometry. I'll see there is Metatron's cube. There's a lot of sacred geometry in here, tons of it. So I'm glad she goes over that. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad she goes over that. Oh, look at that. She's got the tree of life in the flower of life. Now, I would have never made that correlation, so that's a new one for me. All right, let's move on. 2 of Swords, peace. Peace of mind. So if I think of this as the peace sign, and I know that swords are air, that just took on a completely new meaning. To me, I've always thought this was a decision, right? But to think of that as peace of mind, that's a game changer, right? When you're doing a reading and you see a 2 of Swords and you say, instead of a decision to me, because it's always a decision to be made, or maybe once you make a decision, you'll have peace of mind. I like that a lot. That's really, really cool. But look, she's crying for that peace of mind. She's praying for that peace of mind. She's in a lotus flower, which has meanings. And I know I've read them, and I bet I have read them on this channel. But for the life of me, I can't see beyond blossoming. I know that the lotus flower, like, I think it opens and closes special, I think is what it is. Something about the lotus flower opening and closing is special, and it being on water. But I think it also means peace. I don't know. I don't remember, but it's in one of these videos on this channel. I know it. I know it is. All right, and then we have sorrow. When I do my own deck, I'm telling you, I am not going to do this heart. I'm not. I'm going to do a completely different one. I'm going to do a brain with 3 swords in the brain. And I'm going to be like, it's going to be a meeting of the minds. It's not going to be sorrow. It's going to be a meeting of the minds. That's my interpretation of this card. Everybody can get passionate about their own beliefs. Come together, fight them out. To me, that's a meeting of the minds. It's also grief. It is definitely sorrow, and traditionally it's always been, but sometimes I do look at it that way. Recovery. That's very pretty. It's got very matrix vibes here. Matrix vibes right there. All right, we got defeat. Earned success. Futility. Oh, I like that way better than deception. It's impossible to get away with it all. The attempt is futile. I like that. I really kind of like that. Interference. Oh yeah, you know what? I like that as a term, and I like that a lot because I have had even my own anxiety been referred to as kind of static, like in the brain, that kind of like causes like self-doubt and just communicating from one side of the brain to the other side of the brain. That just anxiety itself is a form of static, and it causes self-doubt. I thought that was interesting. Anyways. And we have the Nine of Swords, despair. I really feel like, look, her shadow is really running the show. Is kind of what I feel there. It's like this side of her face is gone. It's asleep. It's in the ether. There's nothing it can do. And the shadow is just coming out and rearing its head. What is keeping you up all night? And then this is ruin. And some tarot readers are like, it's a new beginning, because there's no coming back from that, I think. Page of Swords, Princess of Swords. Knight of Swords. I like the owl. I like the use of the owl for the knight. The Queen of Swords. I feel like she thinks before she speaks. Something with speaking here. Let's read the Queen of Swords. We haven't read one in a while. We're almost at the end. Oh, look at, she's got a neat little, is that what I think it is? No. Yes, it is. Oh, okay. So she only does the practice through the major arcana, and the minor arcana is more like the Rider-Waite deck, or the Smith Rider-Waite deck. So the Queen of Swords, water of air, stern but fair, a visionary person who is in control of emotions and therefore is often labeled as cold-hearted. Their sense of fairness makes them a good mediator. Interesting. King of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, root of the powers of earth. Two of Pentacles, change. Three of Pentacles, effort. Oops. Four of Pentacles, power. Five of Pentacles, worry. Six of Pentacles, altruism. Seven of Pentacles, patience. 8 of Pentacles, mastery. 9 of Pentacles, gain. 10 of Pentacles, wealth. Princess of Discs or Pentacles. She's pretty. She's really pretty. Knight of Discs. He's pretty too. I'll just say it. Queen of Discs. They're all pretty. They're all beautiful. I really love the images. The King of Discs. Ooh, look at that. He's got, what is on his third eye there? Well, there's something there. Let's see. There's definitely some sacred geometry happening right there. It looks like a regular star. With a pentagon in the center. And there's a meaning for that. I just don't know what it is off the top of my head. Oh, hold on. Maybe I do. No. Nope. Oh, I do. Look at that. Star means power and responsibility. Power. Yep. It's a pentagram on his forehead. Super cool. Very, very cool. Beautiful deck. Okay, I guess we need to shuffle now and do the deck interview. And I will be back in just a second to do that. All right, let's shuffle them up and see. Ooh, they've been nice. That's a good sturdy card. I usually like to shuffle like 6 times at least, or until a deck starts to just feel flexible for me. Then I start to kind of bond with it a bit more. It's easier to read sometimes. So I usually do at least 6 times, but I usually shuffle until I feel ready, until they're done. These ones are kind of telling me they're ready already. This is just a pre-shuffle. I'm not asking any questions. But the cards are flipping out. They want to talk. That one really flipped out. Alright, we'll do some shuffling here. So we got the Queen of Swords that flew way out over here. And then the first one that flew out were the Ace of Cups, the Chariot, Alchemy, or the Temperance card in the reverse, and the King of Wands in the reverse. Oh, and we got a Knight of Discs in there that I didn't see either. Interesting, interesting. All right. Journey of the Sacred Bee. All right, what personality does this deck have? Ooh, right out. The Hierophant, spiritual, spiritual learning. What is your strength? 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 We only need one card. What is your strength? What is the strength in this deck? What is this deck's strength? What is your strength? That's too many cards. All of those. All of those. Balance or alchemy. Patience. So we've got the 14th temperance. We've got the 7 of discs or 7 of pentacles. Patience. We've got wealth. The 10 of pentacles. We have 4 of wands. Perfected work. 3 of cups. Abundance. And 5 of cups. Disappointment. And I'm not reading these in the reverse. I didn't see any reversals in the book. I should have checked. But we're not reading these in the reversals. But I just do kind of feel like there's bringing in your spiritual journey, having patience with yourself, balancing yourself, bringing yourself into alignment. True wealth is defined in how happy you are, not in material items that you possess. Perfected work, I kind of feel like becoming your best self, living abundantly, beyond wealthy. You have enough of everything, enough in love, enough in materials, enough in health, enough in faith and spirituality. And the disappointment, the abundance and the disappointment both came out in the reverse. Actually, all of these, I think, from wealth all the way up came out in reverse. But then the last card here is disappointment. So its strengths are kind of dealing with everything, a little bit of everything, keeping things in balance, having patience with yourself, building up your wealth, perfecting your work, finding abundance, dealing with abundance, and disappointment when that doesn't happen. So I like it. I like this deck. What is your weakness? What is your weakness? What is your weakness? What is your weakness? Just finding the perfect card. What is your weakness? It's so funny how some cards will just flip and fly right out. And then other times it takes forever. What is your weakness? What's your weakness? What is your weakness? What is this deck's weakness? Earned success. It's like every single deck. I swear I do this on every single deck, and it gives me, basically, it can't do the work for you. It can't earn the success for you. That's its weakness. I love that. I always feel really heard and spoken to and validated when I get that as the answer when I do this reading. Okay. How will you help me to grow? Oh, wow. It just wants to speak now. Defeat. Through defeat. Yeah, we grow when we're wrong. I'm finding that out. But we do. We grow the most when we're wrong. When we accept our defeat. When we see our defeat. When should I call on you for guidance? When should I call on you for guidance? When you need new inspiration or you're in despair. Well, I can get to the next question, but the best way to work with you is to stay grounded, Look at that, and the wheel. The cycle of life. Expansion. So the best way to work with you is to stay grounded and to expand your consciousness. I like that. What will our relationship be like? 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 Princess of Wands, King of Cups, Six of Cups, Two of Discs, and Six of Discs. So our relationship, I feel like this is going to be an ingenious way of, and that's just kind of like, because Princess of Wands is ingenuity, right? The King of Cups is having control of his emotions. And I feel like our relationship will be like, this is a place to come to when I need inspiration, when I need to, when I need to get in control of my emotions. But I almost feel like there's a balancing act happening. This is very much a balancing between heart and mind, I feel, throughout the cards. Because the Princess of Wands, she's going to be very passionate and curious and want to be creative with things. And the King of Cups is in control of that. He doesn't need everything right now, and can maintain that inspiration and harness it maybe a little bit better because he's a king. But I feel like there's pleasure in finding your own personal power, being in control of your own life and your emotions. It does create change, and it's important. It's an important change to become your ultimate best self, your most perfect self. That's what I got. I like it. How about you guys? Tell me what you think. I think this is a gorgeous deck. Look at all the colors on the board here. This is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you so much for these. I think they're beautiful, and I think if you get a chance, definitely go to her website. She can be found on Etsy too. Let's see if it's got her website on here. You know, there's nothing on here. I'm going to find her website. She has a website, and you can buy it from there, and I know it saves her money on processing fees and stuff like that. And artists are starving. Come on now. Not really, but sometimes. But yeah, every penny matters. But these are gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful cards. I'm very happy. I'm super happy. Thank you so much. And if you liked this this deck, please like, subscribe, and share. You know, let me know in the comments below, which card did you love the most? What do you love about bees? And do you have or have you been using your own Kelly Burton decks? Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, or share, or all of those buttons. And we'll see you again next time. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you for watching.